give your house the best it can be. Visit bestbuymetalroofing.com.
The best makes the best variety. WCLE Calhoun, please.
Fox News is next. Presented by Capital Tire Service in downtown Cleveland.
Fox News, I'm CJ Pop. A massive search in Utah for the assassin who shot and killed Charlie Kirk, the founder of Turning Point USA. Fox's CB Cotton joins us this morning from Orem, Utah.
We're told the shots were fired from a building about 200 yards away. Now that massive manhunt is underway for the suspect, with investigators going door to door to people who live in the area to review surveillance video.
President Trump posting a tribute to Kirk on social media.
They ask all Americans to commit themselves to the American values for which Charlie Kirk lived and died.
Kirk was gunned down at Utah Valley University. He was just 31 years old. Remembering 9/11, President Trump will head to the Pentagon while Vice President J.D. Vance will be at Ground Zero in Lower Manhattan, where nearly 3,000 people perished 24 years ago today. America's listening to Fox News.
The news is sponsored by Lee University, where you can expect something great.
The Mix 1041 News Desk, brought to you by Logan Thompson Law, a tradition of legal and community service. That's Logan Thompson Law. At Logan Thompson Law.
There are a lot of banks, so what makes Southern Heritage Bank unique? It's our commitment to being unbelievably good as we identify and meet your needs. Stop by one of our 5 locations in Cleveland or Chattanooga and let us show you the difference our customers have come to expect. We strive to offer the latest banking technology, mobile wallet, online account opening, mobile banking with bill pay, and ATMs that allow cash or check deposit. All available 24/7 with a local community bank. Southern Heritage Bank, a division of First Citizens National Bank, member FDIC.
DIC.
Good morning and welcome. It is 7:05. Mix Mornings is presented by Bradley Medical Center. We are on Mix 1041, also on MixTV.tv on Patriot Day as September 11th, 24 years ago. So many of you remember exactly where you were when all of the terrible tragedy took place in this country. We are going to have a time of remembrance, but also we're going to honor the leaders of our first responder organizations locally. They will all be with us this morning. We've invited all of them. I should say a couple of them are not able to join us, but they will be with us at about 7:30 this morning, plus a very special tribute to this day and remembrance. And so, as we say every year, it's a chance to make sure and talk to your children, to your grandchildren, about what this day means. Local and state news, WTVC Television says a 26-year-old Florida man with ties to China faces charges of running a scam in McMinn County. That according to the sheriff's department up there. Deputies arrested Zai Lu of Coral Springs, Florida, Tuesday after an Inglewood resident reported that his wife was being pressured by a caller posing as a federal agent. The scammer demanded $12,000 to resolve a supposed investigation. Sheriff Joe Guy said officers set up surveillance in the Zion Hill subdivision and arrested Lu when he arrived to collect the money. Authorities say Lu may be connected to a Chinese crime group, had evidence linking him to other scams in the region. Numerous charges, his bond set at $120,000. Other news from McMinn County, that is in Athens. Responding to reports of ongoing animal abuse, police seized several dogs and charged a man with animal cruelty at a West Bank Street property on September 9. Police say aggressive dogs are running loose. The owner couldn't control them. Crews captured 3 dogs outside, rescued 4 more inside the home. Investigators say the owner previously admitted to letting a mother dog and 6 puppies starve to death. Now faces multiple counts of aggravated cruelty, neglect, facilitation of neglect, and more. Also in our news this morning, Governor Bill Lee said he's in constant communication with the Trump administration to develop a strategy to combat crime in Memphis. The governor announced Wednesday he's sending 50 more Highway Patrol troopers to support Memphis police. He also said a joint task force, including the FBI, is targeting the city's most violent offenders. And back to McMinn County. The McMinn County's denied malfeasance in a $25 million wrongful death suit filed in U.S. District Court by the son of a Hickson man who lost his life at the hands of another inmate at the McMinn County Jail in 2018. The Chattanooga Times Free Press reports this morning, while being held February 17th of 2018 in the same cell during the booking process at McMinn County Justice Center in Athens, Timothy Brian Cook, age 48, was beaten and stomped to death by Gerard Jones, who was subsequently convicted in March of 2019 of second-degree murder, sentenced to 21 years in prison for Cook's death. All right, those stories this morning also on our website, mymix1041.com.
Good morning. Let's get a check of traffic here. This Don Ledford Cleveland on-time traffic report is brought to you by Don Ledford in Cleveland. It is Truck Month at Don Ledford GMC Chevrolet. Big savings on GMC and Chevrolet trucks, plus it's Truck and SUV Month at Don Ledford Pre-Owned. Huge savings on all brands, Don Ledford, North Lee Highway, and DonLedford.com, where they say yes. We have no reports of any accidents this morning. As we take a look at the Langley Roofing traffic cameras, the interstate is looking good so far. If you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The volunteer Ridipest Mix line is 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Cleveland State Cougar line. This traffic report is brought to you by Waste Connections of Tennessee. They are looking for quality candidates. If you're ready for a career change, join Waste Connections of Tennessee. Go to careers.wasteconnections.com, where great opportunities await.
All right, our Hardee's Wake Up this morning. It is coming up on 10 minutes after 7.
Right now, when you download the Hardee's app and join My Rewards, say good morning to 20% off any breakfast order of $10 or more. Wake up to the fluffy omelet biscuit or a home-style loaded burrito and save. That's goodness in Hardee's country.
Sun is shining, it's a beautiful day. Wake up, sleepyhead, get up and play. Everything's yellow, it's a beautiful sight. Sunbeam showers makes everything right. Come on now, let's get away.
Make every day brighter with the sunny southern goodness of Mayfield Dairy.
Did you know that a large number of student athletes vape, thinking it will give them a boost in performance? But you can't play if you can't breathe. Escape the Vape.
Escape the Vape is a partnership to prevent teen vaping, presented by ATS The Bridge, Bradley County Schools, and Cleveland City Schools.
What's your biggest investment? Probably your home. The roof over your head. If it's time to repair or replace your roof, the pros at Langley Roofing are here to help. See a loved roof? Chances are it's a Langley.
Welcome to Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive excellence is our top priority. At Mountain View Nissan, we take pride in offering you the finest selection of vehicles, perfectly suited for your adventurous spirit. From powerful SUVs ready to conquer any terrain to your everyday gas-friendly commuters, we have the perfect vehicle to match your lifestyle. This is Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive dreams become reality. Visit one of our 3 locations in Dalton, Chattanooga, and Cleveland today, and let us take your driving experience to new peaks.
Owning a home should be one of life's greatest pleasures, but without a solid foundation, it can become a major source of stress. Luckily, you're not alone. Our experts can identify the true cause of foundation issues and guide you through every step of the way to fixing them, from pinpointing the problem to perfecting the solution. We form custom solutions to meet the needs of your foundation and your wallet, including flexible payment options. With our team by your side, consider your home and your peace of mind secure.
The first step is to begin. To hit the alarm, to tap brew, to tie your shoes. The first step is to begin. To start the car, to make the drive, to step inside. The first step is to begin.
You have a good workout.
To move forward, to stay on track. It doesn't matter how early or how late, you can always begin again at the Y. It's 5 a.m. somewhere.
Save a bundle at Eller & Owen's Furniture and Mattress. Furniture, mattresses, and decor. The more you buy, the more you save. Up to 40% off. Create a bundle, a sofa and chairs, end tables, a recliner, lamps and rugs, an entire room. Up to 40% off. Create a custom bundle and watch the savings grow. Up to 40% off. Look for Take Me Home Today tags. Bundle in-stock items. Special financing is available. Bundle and save at Eller & Owen's Furniture and Mattress.
Save now during the Drive into Fall event at Crown CDJR Cleveland. Shop over 225 new Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Rams. Up to $14,000 off MSRP. Or get financing as low as 2.9% for up to 72 months. Don't miss model year closeout savings on new Ram 1500s. $14,000 off MSRP. Crown CDJR. The better way to buy and service. Visit crownchrysler.dodge-jeep.com.
7:13, sponsored by the official coffee of Mixed Mornings at Scooter's Coffee.
Right now at Scooter's Coffee, you can try out their limited time fall menu items. They have the oatmeal cream pie latte. They have the pumpkin caramelicious, pumpkin cream cold brew, pumpkin chai, pumpkin spice latte, and autumn caramel swirl, among other items. Those are available now at Scooter's Coffee, Keith Street in Cleveland in front of Leisure Time Bowling, also in Sweetwater and in Dayton.
Tennessee Valley weather.
Today's best mix, best variety, Mix 1041. Good morning. Let's go inside the Mermaid Mattress Weather Center.
Right now, you can get a queen Eurotop for just $258. No gimmicks, no fine print, just real value from your local Mermaid mattress.
Also, happy birthday. That was Kristen Davis. Her birthday is today.
All right, for today, we'll have a chance of a few rain showers early this morning and then partly cloudy by afternoon, a high of 86 and a low of 59 this evening. For tomorrow, mainly sunny, a high of 87 and a low of 56, and then sunny on Saturday with a high of 88. Your current Milligan Vane temperature is 59 degrees, MilliganVane.com. Taking a look at the central heat and air radar, we do have some rain showers in the northern part of our listening area.
This weather forecast is brought to you by PhD Pharmacy, Keith Street, near Harrison Pike. Free delivery within a 50-mile radius of Cleveland. Call Gina Moser Patterson today at 423-614-6650.
Car troubles bringing you down? Drive safe, drive smart. Call Two Brothers Tire and Auto, 423-790-7447.
Mix 1041.
Birthdays, anniversaries, call them in, text them in on the Simmons Bank celebration list, 423-614-6499.
You need money overnight? Check into cash. Your time is tight. .com. Bank accounts too low? Check into cash. So where do you go? .com. Do it online in a record time. It's the easy way to get money next day. Do a quick click from home at checkintocash.com. You can be sure it's secure from our bank straight to yours. Do a quick click from home at checkintocash.com. Boom, boom, ba-doom, boom.
Download the all-new Mix 104.1 app online at mymix1041.com.
Visit Cleveland Ford for below Ford factory employee pricing, no payments for 90 days, and a Weber grill with purchase. Save big on a 2024 F-150. Get a great deal on a new Escape, Explorer, or Bronco Sport. Shop ClevelandFord.com or visit us and ask for Crazy Craig.
ESPN Radio returns to Southeast Tennessee. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM is the new home of the Paul Feinbaum Show, The Drive, and more of your favorite shows. Listen on air or at ESPNCleveland1013.com. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM.
I told my son to find me the nicest place to live in Cleveland. He said, Dad, there's only one place, and that's Garden Plaza. And I moved into the patio home. Everybody knows your name from day one, and there's something to do all day long if you want to participate in it. You cannot possibly be bored at Garden Plaza. It is just great, and their food is outstanding. It's out of this world. And I'm so happy I'm here. Garden Plaza is it for me.
Did you know that the leading reason that kids begin to vape is because they see family and friends doing it? Protect your kids. Escape the vape.
Escape the Vape is a partnership to prevent teen vaping, presented by ATS The Bridge, Bradley County Schools, and Cleveland City Schools.
Your time matters, and at Direct Primary Care Associates, we know that.
Listen to Shauna as she explains how we've helped her.
Being a working mom, owning my own business and having children, direct primary care is so much more convenient for me because I can just pick up my phone, shoot a message to my doctor, tell him what's going on, and he can give me an answer right then. If I need to go in, I know it's going to be a quick visit. I go in and then I'm out. I don't have time to drive to the doctor, sit for an hour in a waiting room, and then sit for even longer waiting on the doctor to come in while my child is destroying the office. So my time, I feel like, is worth as much as the doctor's time. And with direct primary care, I'm treated that way.
If you'd like to learn more about Direct Primary Care Associates, visit our website at directpca.com or call 423-650-4831.
24 years ago today, our nation was attacked, and I know that we are honoring first responders with our friends at Firehouse Subs.
Yeah, that's right. So our friends at Chattanooga Monument Company and Firehouse Subs, they are giving away a gift card to a first responder today. So you are welcome to nominate and honor your favorite first responder. You can call or text 423-614-6499. Again, our number 423-614-6499. You can call or text in and nominate your favorite first responder.
All right, it's 19 after 7. Let's get a check of our Simmons Bank celebration list.
All right, happy birthday to Kristen Davis today over at Mermaid Mattress. Also, Corbin Suter is celebrating today, social studies teacher at Lake Forest. Abby Tronero is 17 today, a junior at Bradley Central, part of the Vocal Motion Show Choir there. The birthday wish says your family loves you so much. Dennis Melton is celebrating today, retired from Bradley County government in the Parks and Recs department. And then he is also best known as Logan and Cooper's dad. Jeannie Carden is celebrating today. Her daughter Tina Shoemaker sent that in to us. Marshall Butler is 50-something today. They tell us he is a super delivery driver extraordinaire at Sun Paper. Happy birthday to Marshall today. And then Linda Morris is having a birthday today as well. Call in your birthdays and wedding anniversaries to us. We'll take those on the volunteer Ridipest Mix line, 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Cleveland State Cougar line. Go to our website, mymix1041.com, or download our free Mix 1041 app. It's the Simmons Bank celebration list. Visit Simmons Bank in Cleveland at the corner of Keith Street and Stewart Road. Call Ken Dew, 423-381-3427.
All right, let's get a news update right here from the Logan Thompson Law News Desk. We're going to talk to our friend Ken Boland from Garden Plaza here in just a second. The Mix 1041 News Desk, brought to you by Logan Thompson Law, a tradition of legal and community service. That's Logan Thompson Law at LoganThompsonLaw.com. All right, we have, of course, today is Patriot Day in this country. The remembrances of September 11th, 24 years ago today. We have a very special segment coming up here in just a few minutes, about 7:30. We're going to be joined by the leaders of our first responder organizations locally, and we're looking forward to that. Other news this morning, McMinn County has denied liability in a 2018 jail death beating. This is after they have denied malfeasance in a $25 million wrongful death suit filed in U.S. District Court by the son of a Hickson man who lost his life at the hands of another inmate at the McMinn County Jail in 2018. A 26-year-old Florida man with ties to China faces charges of running a scam in McMinn County. And Governor Bill Lee said he is in constant communication with the Trump administration to develop a strategy to combat crime in Memphis. Those stories and more in full detail coming up at the top of the hour. Brought to you by Cleveland Plywood Company, 2700 20th Street Northeast in Cleveland. We are joined now by the Executive Director of Garden Plaza here in Cleveland, Ken Boland. Ken, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Steve. How are you?
I'm doing good. And, Ken, I know it's a special day. It's a day of remembrance, and I know you guys have got a very special thing happening.
Yeah, Steve, tradition we started a few years ago on 9/11. We opened up our dining room for breakfast for first responders. So I've already reached out, to Bradley County Sheriff and Cleveland City and the Fire Department and EMS, but I wanted to come on the radio and just and announce it again to everyone that may have not got the message. But stop by Garden Plaza anytime between now and 9:30 this morning. We got and get a free breakfast with all the fixings. It's, we got everything, just as good as Cracker Barrel. And so, but stop by. We'd love to see you. Our residents would love to mingle with you. And, but we've been doing this for a few years, and I couldn't think of a better thing that we could do for our first responders that we rely so heavily on in the community.
Absolutely. We're joined by Ken Boland, Executive Director, Garden Plaza, right here in Cleveland on Keith Street. And that's a great thing that you guys have started there. It's a great tradition. And this day is truly a day of remembrance, isn't it?
It really is. I think we all know where we were. I guess 24 years ago now. So, but I remember, the big news in the news cycle. I remember Michael Jordan was retiring, and I think there was an intern for a senator or something that was, that went missing or something. But the news cycle changed really quickly, and our lives were forever changed for sure. So.
All right, certainly so. So I tell you what, Ken, repeat it one more time, what you're doing there at Garden Plaza this morning.
Yeah, Garden Plaza, 3500 Key Street, 5-story building right there on Key Street. You can't miss it. Just stop by, and we got, like I said, breakfast, all the fixings, eggs, bacon, toast, sausage. We're having cinnamon rolls today as well. We always kind of have a special featured breakfast item every day on top of what we already do. So, but coffee, juice, whatever, yogurt, we got it all. So just stop by. We'd love to see you. Love to spend some time with you.
All right, Ken, thank you very much, and thanks to Garden Plaza. You guys are so involved. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Steve.
All right, man. All right, so again, free breakfast for all first responders this morning at Garden Plaza here in Cleveland on Key Street. They are ready to go for you till 9:30 over there. All right, Bridget, I'll tell you what, one more time, let's repeat what we're doing with our friends at Chattanooga Monument Company and Firehouse.
Yeah, that's right. You can call in or text in your favorite first responder and honor them today. Firehouse Subs and Chattanooga Monument Company, they're giving away a gift card from Firehouse Subs to a first responder. So you can call or text 423-614-6499 and send those names in to us, and we'd love to honor them today.
All right, as we welcome in here this morning, Mix 1041, we're on mixtv.tv. Good morning. Hey, don't forget, download the free Mix 1041 app. That is a free download at mymix1041.com. You can listen, you can watch, and really keep up with all that we're doing here on Mix 1041. It is 7:25, and we're going to come right back with more in just a moment. Stand by, as we've got a very special tribute, very special segment coming up. We've invited the leaders of our first responder organizations in Cleveland and Bradley County to be in our studio. Many of them are coming in even as we speak. So we're going to talk to them, and we'll do that coming up. Stand by, everybody.
Mike's Appliance Center, your locally owned and operated appliance store. Great prices, great service, and huge in-stock inventory. Come on by and say hi.
Well, we like to think what makes Andrew Johnson Make different is the way we work with our community and our customers. We also have a great staff with a lot of experience that we feel like can help you whatever your need is for banking. I love the community of it. Like I said, I was born and raised here. I've seen it grow, and I love our growth pattern. It's just a great place to live with friendly people that just make you feel at home.
From the job site to the showroom, we've got the top brands you know at the prices that work for your bottom line. With over 30 locations across the Southeast and over 80 years of service, no one supports contractors in our communities like we do. Wholesale Supply, built to supply, trusted to deliver.
Cleveland Tire is ready to help your auto any way it can. We're one of the largest providers of Bridgestone and Firestone tire dealers in the area. We sell all major brand tires. We have ASE certified mechanics on staff 6 days a week. We also have a commercial truck tire center that provides 24-hour roadside service and minor mechanical repairs on site. We have built our reputation on years of quality, affordable work, and tires. We pride ourselves in customer satisfaction and great service. Cleveland Tire Center.
You get an email and it looks urgent. Your account's been locked. There's a problem with your delivery. And it looks real, but be careful because it could be a phishing scam. Phishing emails are designed to trick you into clicking bad links or sharing personal information. Here's how to spot one. Check the sender's email address closely. Scammers often use lookalikes. Watch for poor grammar, strange formatting, and suspicious links. If you hover over a link and it doesn't match the company's real website, don't click. And remember, real companies will never ask for passwords or social security numbers over email. When in doubt, contact the company directly using the information on their official site. Stay safe, stay secure. This is your Tech Minute brought to you by Cleveland Utilities.
This Tech Minute brought to you by Cleveland Utilities. For more information, call 423-472-4521 or visit them online at clevelandutilities.com and check out their new fiber internet options with speeds up to 2.5 gigs. Cleveland Utilities, empowering your tomorrow with blazing fast internet.
Mix 104.1 and Honda of Cleveland are teaming up to give one deserving teacher in our local area the chance to win a 2025 Honda Civic LX. Nominate your favorite teacher at mymix1041.com or on the Mix 1041 app.
This heat, I swear.
Well, it's not so much the heat, it's the humidity.
Right on time with your classic dadism.
You know what else is right on time? The Tempur-Pedic Breeze sale at Mermaid. You can sleep up to 10 degrees cooler. Plus, you can get them for $19 a month right now with free delivery, setup, and no interest financing.
Well, you always were the cool dad. This just confirms it.
Aw, thanks. It's the summer of cooler and better sleep at Mermaid Mattress.
Your sleep, locally handmade, hand-delivered.
Attention shoppers, don't forget to ask our certified butchers for great recipe tips.
This is an authentic butcher shop, where meat is hand-cut in-store, beef is ground fresh daily, and expert advice from a certified butcher is always free of charge.
Free advice? That's what I call value. The quality I crave, the value I count on.
Nobody does food like Food City.
My name is Mark Road Truck. My job has me on the road a lot. When I decided to get a new EV, it was a no-brainer that Don Ledford is where I was going to go. The selling experience was fantastic. When I made the decision to buy the EV, I had heard concerns of what's called range anxiety. You've got a certain range you can go, and you got to charge up. The Chevrolet app is fantastic, and it really put my range anxiety at ease. I recommend Don Ledford to everyone because they treat you like family.
Competence, integrity, experience. Competence,
download for free at mymix1041.com. And let's go to the Mermaid Mattress Weather Center. Here's the birthday girl, Kristen Davis.
Right now, get a free adjustable base upgrade with any iCool or L&K mattress set. Built for comfort, only at Mermaid Mattress.
For today, we'll have a few rain showers early in the day and then partly cloudy by this afternoon. A high of 86 and a low of 59 this evening. For tomorrow, mainly sunny, a high of 87 and a low of 56. And then mainly sunny on Saturday with a high of 88. Your current Milligan Vane temperature is 59 degrees, milliganvane.com. Taking a look at the central heat and air radar, we do have some rain showers in the northern part of our listening area.
This weather forecast is brought to you by Aubrey's of Cleveland. Aubrey's of Cleveland offers some of the most fresh and delicious food in East Tennessee. Stop in tonight for dinner or order online at aubreysrestaurant.com. Click the Cleveland location and order there.
On this Patriot Day, good morning. It is September 11th. Coming up in just a few moments, we are going to be joined by the leaders of our first responder organizations in Cleveland and Bradley County. And I appreciate most of them are here. That we've invited. A couple could not be here, we understand that. But anyway, that's coming up here in just a moment. But first of all, coming up on 7:32, the CHI Memorial Sports Desk. It's sponsored in part by the Town Squire. Did you know the Town Squire has tux rentals? Yes, they do. Weddings, proms, special occasions. Come in, check out their tux department. The Town Squire has been offering tux rentals for over 4.5 decades. Pick out a traditional style or a fashion trending tux in slim or ultra slim fit. They have it all. They have the latest colors and styles to fulfill your rental needs for formal attire. From t-shirts to tuxedos, the Town Squire. Since 1977, fulfilling your clothing needs. The Town Squire, Stewart Park Plaza, Key Street, Cleveland. The shop that appreciates the customer. It's our CHI Memorial Sports Desk. CHI Memorial. Hello, human kindness. Sports courtesy of our sister station, ESPN Cleveland 101.3. Cubs beat the Braves last night, 3-2. And let's just move on here. Braves off today. NFL Thursday Night Football. First Thursday night game of the season is tonight at 8:15, Amazon Prime. High school football coverage tomorrow night is radio supplied by Wholesale Supply Group. Kickoff 7 o'clock for these games. Maryville will be at Cleveland High School. That'll be on Mix 104.1 and the Mix app. Chattanooga Central at Walker Valley. That'll be on Cleveland's Oldies 99.1 and the Mix app. Bradley Central travels to, why does this look like a lineup? This looks like, oh, wow. Mayor, are you the decoy or Gary Sears? I don't know. Anyway, let's see here. We've got Bradley at Bradley at Farragut on ESPN Cleveland 101.3 tomorrow night and the ESPN Cleveland 101.3 app. Get your Cleveland High School tickets early at the Town Squire, Walker Valley tickets at Monogram Market, the Town Squire, and Gobbles Automotive. Then tomorrow night, special presentation, Sweetwater at Polk County. We'll have it exclusively on MixTV.tv, driven by Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland. We've got a very special interview segment that we have put together this morning based on what today is. Today, of course, September 11th, Patriot Day, and we are very mindful of what this day means. And I thought, you know what? What's this day a lot about? And that is the first responders that ran into those buildings, New York and Washington, Pennsylvania, and what they did. So I thought about locally. Well, you know, some of you are new to this community, but some have been here a long time. But I wanted to bring these men and women in here this morning. I want to begin with Bradley County Mayor Gary Davis. And Mayor Davis, you and I, come on up. You and I were together that day 24 years ago.
I'm one of the new ones.
You are one of the new, yes.
That's right.
Yes, you're one of the new ones. What does this day mean to you personally?
And it's really hard to get our minds around it after yesterday, which is another dark day across our country. Right. But if you go back 24 years ago, it was such a horrific day. We all remember where we were at, exactly what we were doing that day, and it was just unbelievable. It was unbelievable yesterday that somebody could get assassinated like that. But today, that day when we saw the planes flying into those buildings, and then, like you said, we saw the emergency people going into the buildings that had just had a plane fly into it with all the fuel flowing down through the different floors of the building. It was something that, unless you saw it, you couldn't believe it. I think our challenge, and I'll make it quick because I know you got a lot of others. I think our challenge today and days since then is not only to remember that day. Our ambulances used to say, "Let's roll," and we will not forget. I think that's important. But teaching our kids today about what happened on 9/11, because I'm afraid so many of them have no idea. What was 9/11? I've never heard of 9/11. We have a challenge of making sure they know about it. We've got to do everything we can to stay vigilant, to make sure things like that don't happen again. And then yesterday proves that they continue to happen. But we've got to do all we can to prevent them. But yes, it was a horrific day, and the challenge of making sure that everyone does remember those days. And it started really an appreciation of our emergency services, the people that are here today, the fire departments, the law enforcement, the ambulance services. They were always important, but we've appreciated them a whole lot more in the last 24 years, I really believe.
You know, we're joined by Bradley County Mayor Gary Davis. We did invite Mayor Brooks, who's out of town this morning. Mayor, I want to come back to you just for a second. We all remember that we're here 24 years ago. You know, one of the instant things that happened on this day, 24 years ago, there was a sense of togetherness.
Right.
There's a sense of unity. There were people lined up to give blood, for instance. They wanted to do, especially here in the volunteer state, they wanted to do something. And seems like we've lost that, haven't we?
That was one of the good things that came out of it, is it did bring our country together for a short period of time, and we have gradually gone back to doing more of those same kinds of things like yesterday. It's a shame that something bad has to happen to do that. But one thing about our country, when things like that happen, we do come together. We support each other. But we've got to learn how to talk and debate and argue and fuss and whatever you want to call it in a way that doesn't cause those kinds of problems. The big thing about Charlie Kirk, he challenged you, you know. Ask him a question and he will discuss his side of the opinion, and he did it in a way without getting mad and causing people to get mad. That's why it's just hard to believe that someone would want to assassinate someone like that. But learning how to have those discussions in a way that doesn't cause problems, that's something we've still got to learn, it seems like.
Bradley County Sheriff Steve Lawson joins us this morning. And, Sheriff, basically the same question. I mean, what does this day symbolize to you?
You know, and generally I'll go back to what I post every year. And I posted it this morning. And it was Sandy Dahl, the wife of the pilot of Flight 93, who said, what have we learned from this tragedy? Have we learned anything? Number one, if we've learned anything, life is short and there's no room for hatred. We actually need to apply that every day, because like the mayor said yesterday, it didn't work. People have the right to voice their opinions. We don't always agree, and you may not even agree with me here locally on some decisions I make. It doesn't make people bad people, and we can challenge them to a degree, but we need to know the limits. It's okay to have different views. That's why we have elections and elect people. And it's sad what happened yesterday. It's sad that we don't remember what Sandy Dahl said in her statement and carry it over. But we need to share that with people every day. Life is short, and anything can happen in the future. So life is precious, and we ought to enjoy it as we have it.
Sheriff, thank you. We greatly appreciate our sheriff's deputies and your entire team and what you do. Chris Bates is here. Chris is the, come on up, Chris. He is the, how long have you been the fire chief in the city of Cleveland?
2 years now.
2 years. And Chris, thank you so much for joining us. So many of us, in our memories, we think about the firemen who went into those burning towers 24 years ago today, and not just on September 11th, but all times when danger and hits, you guys, you ladies, they are running into the disaster.
That's correct. Our personnel are the ones entering as most people are fleeing. And as what you saw 24 years ago, that exact same thing with police, EMS, fire. For the FDNY, it was 343. There was 343 firemen that gave their lives to try to save someone else's. And on our duty uniforms, we have embroidered 343, and it's a reminder out of respect for those individuals that did the bravest, most courageous, probably the best word is heroic acts to try to help that day. And so every year I have a group of firefighters that go do the memorial walk, stair climb, in honor of those. It's 110 stories. That's the exact floors of the Twin Towers. And they go participate in that grueling event out of respect and remembrance of what they did that day.
Boy, that is tremendous. I'm glad to hear that. Jeff Stewart is the Bradley County Fire Chief. And Jeff, as I told you on the phone yesterday, your team has a very personal place with me, what you did for my daughter a couple of years ago. And we experienced the greatness of your department and of all of your departments. Jeff, what does today mean to you?
Thank you for that. But yes, today for me, this day is what really got me into emergency services. I've been in it 23 years, and when we seen that, I had family that was in the department, and when this happened, it kind of got me in to go in that direction. For me, also, it's the getting together with all these emergency workers, police, fire, EMS, and the training that we were taking away from that. Meeting together with our community, grabbing that community together and bonding it together. So we always look forward to this day, and as well as Chief Bates advised, we do our stair climbs. We still try to remember those that lost.
What about it got you interested in doing this? I mean, what about 9/11 was so personal to you? So you know what, I want to be in it.
At the time, my father-in-law was in the fire department, and when I would go to that department and seeing the brotherhood, the sisterhood that they were trying to get together, they were wanting to leave here to go to New York and help out, and I just wanted to be a part of that.
Adam Lewis, thank you, Jeff. Adam Lewis is the director of the Cleveland Bradley County EMS. Adam, the ambulances, when so many times when we have issues of all kinds, the ambulances roll, don't they?
Absolutely, 24/7. I think back to that day, and think about days like yesterday, and it reminds me of the quote or the idea that there's much more that unites us than divides us. And I think our community has demonstrated that in times of tragedy, when we quickly rally around each other. I think our country sees that, as has been said. It's sad that you have to have a tragedy for that silver lining to come out, but I think that's the biggest takeaway that I've personally had since that day and days like yesterday, that there's much more as Americans, as citizens of Cleveland and Bradley County, that unite us than truly divide us as humans on this earth. And in emergency services, it's you don't have to experience a 9/11 to have a difficult shift or a difficult call. Our folks see it every day. I've said before that, unfortunately, in our lives, we all have a worst day of our lives, and the folks that serve on our teams that protect and serve our community see multiple worst days of lives every day, every shift, and they are resilient and strong and heroes in their own like. And I'm honored to be a small part of the emergency services family that serves Cleveland and Bradley County.
Adam, thank you so much. Mark Gibson is the chief of the Cleveland Police Department. Mark, same question, buddy.
Well, I think you've heard a lot of the same thoughts here, and kind of where I reflect back to it is just thinking we have a whole new generation of first responders that were not even born near 9/11. I was working here at that time. I've got a good friend that now works in Tennessee that was with NYPD, was a responder to 9/11, and he gives a different perspective on how it impacted him. But I just remember how law enforcement was transformed, and overnight the changes that happened, and the expectations of what your job changed into. So the biggest part, as Mayor Davis said, is the remembrance part. I think just like the things that were referenced that happened yesterday, and the past several years, especially the last 5 years, for me personally, seems to be some of the toughest times that I've seen for all first responders and law enforcement, and I think it's because we have forgot that unity and that togetherness and that spiritual move that we've seen during that time. And it's just it's 24 years, but it's sad that we've started pushing back away from that. And if we don't take the time to remember the day, and we don't continue to push that to our new generations, we push further and further from that. And unfortunately, we have to have something else happen that brings us back to that place that we were 24 years ago. And so that, that's the impact. I remember a school I went to. We talked about 9/11, and they talked about the crime scene for 9/11 for the Twin Towers was under 25 square miles. So if you put that in perspective, it was almost the size of Cleveland. And so when you start looking at that impact of one organization that caused that much chaos in one area, we're still susceptible to that. If we don't come together as communities and we don't come together as leaders and work together, we're going to face those tragedies again. And I think that's what we've got to continue to push and remember this day and do something good for somebody else. And I think that's what the spirit of all first responders has always been, is you're always looking to do something good for somebody else. And that's the service we want to try to continue.
Thank you, Chief. Sherry Maxfield, she is the director of our 911 center. And, when you call 911, you and your team, Sherry, you really are in a lot of ways that first point of contact for the public. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. Yeah, I remember the day vividly. I remember being at the 911 center. I remember someone coming down the hall and saying, turn the TV on, and we did. And like the rest of the world, we watched, what was going on. And I think locally, especially for our 911 center, it really brought to light the role that dispatchers play. I think it was after that it really brought to light also that dispatchers are first responders too, and they do experience a lot of the trauma, even though they're not visually seeing things on the scene. They're hearing a lot of things that stick with them for a lifetime. I think locally it brought us together more as department heads and leaders to train more. If it can happen there, it can happen here. And so we've really focused on that over the years, and our departments include us in a lot of the training, which didn't happen before. So we have seen, a lot of changes, a lot of positive changes. I agree with the mayor when he said, I think a lot of our young people don't even really understand or know what that is. And I think that there are organizations out there that do provide educational resources. Tunnel to Towers does a whole program for our schools for that. So I do think it's important that they understand and they know. But
Jerry, thank you for being here. I've asked Pastor Gary Sears to come. And Pastor, anything you want to say? And then I'd love for you to lead us in prayer.
I'd be honored to do that, Steve. I think every one of us in this room remembers where we were when we got the news. I was in my office and got the word that one of the towers had been hit. Watched the other one as it came down. I think our community was impacted, and across the nation and literally around the world began to respond to what had taken place. I never will forget that on that, I got a phone call on a Thursday, and Bob, then the superintendent of schools, was trying to make a determination whether we would go ahead with the football game. And he asked me what I thought, and I told him maybe we need to try to keep as much of our normal activity. Don't let that particular thing take place that would cause us from happening.
Bob Taylor, and that was a Bradley-Cleveland game, actually, that
yes,
Friday after 9/11. Yeah.
So he asked me, will you come and pray? And I did. There was such a unified effort, though they were fighting for the win. We all won in the fact that we were focusing on so many people that were hurting. This morning at 6 a.m. we met at our church. Over 60 came in for prayer this morning. We've been in a 21-day prayer. And the highlight of that was to pray for first responders, those who've trailed and paved the way for us to have what we feel is a great city and a great county. So I'm just thankful that I live here, thankful that I have the place to be here. Someone asked me, why is all this going on? Some of us talk about it's because of crime. I really believe it's a battle between good and evil. It started all the way back in the garden, and it's continued to do so. And it seems like it even gets more difficult. But for young people in our community, there is a hope, there is a help, and those that are standing behind me lead those particular people who are willing to take their life and put it on the line for those that are in need. So we're here today for just that. Let's pray.
Pastor, if you would say a blessing. By the way, I want to mention Pastor Sear has been a long-time police chaplain. And Pastor, if you will.
Heavenly Father, we thank you today that while that took us by surprise, nothing takes you by surprise. Lord, you're always in our tomorrows, and you've told us that because you're there that we don't have to fear, but we do have a source that we can lean on. And Lord, the same thing is true about the men and women who represent first response to the need and the hurt and the pain that's in our community. Lord, while we may have not been there physically when the towers collapsed, we were there, Lord, in spirit, in prayer, in hopes that, God, we would be able to see a brighter day come out of a destruction. Lord, while we saw unity take place then, we've seen many things that give us an indication that we're divided, that our country is divided. Help us, O Lord. As these men and women stand together in unity, help our nation once again stand in unity to see the good things that, God, you have in store for us. Give protection, coverage over each one that responds, not only in our community but across this nation. Lord, protect them. Keep them safe from harm. And Lord, may we never forget 9/11. And may it be always a reminder that we are better and stronger when we are together. We pray it in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen and amen.
Pastor Sears, thank you, and I thank each and every one of you and the people that you represent. And I call on our audience to pray for these people and their organizations, because as Pastor Sears said, they put their life on the line for us every day. We've got a very special tribute right now. Austin has put this together and done a masterful job with it. He sent it to me yesterday, and quite frankly, I was in tears. I want to play this. It's very special. So we're going to play this, and then we have a special patriotic tribute at 6 before the hour on this 9/11.
Today we've had a national tragedy. 2 airplanes have crashed into the World Trade Center in an apparent terrorist attack on our country.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We're looking at a live picture from Washington, and there is smoke pouring out of the Pentagon.
We've got a report from a guy at 24 of a cloud of black smoke off his lap.
Wheeling Pit 97.
But we don't have confirmation.
United Airlines flight number 93 left Newark at 8:01 this morning en route to San Francisco. It went down in Shanksville, Pennsylvania.
And there's, you can see, perhaps the second tower, the front tower, the top portion of which is collapsing. Good Lord.
Both trade towers, where thousands of people work, on this day, Tuesday, have now been attacked and destroyed. There is simply no way to accurately describe the emotion this evokes.
I want you all to know that America today is on bended knee in prayer for the people whose lives were lost here, for the workers who work here, for the families who mourn. This nation stands with the good people of New York City and New Jersey and Connecticut as we mourn the loss of thousands of our citizens. I can hear you.
September 11 will go down in our history as a day to remember. None of us will ever forget the pictures of our courageous firefighters and police, many of whom have lost friends and colleagues, or the hundreds of people attending or standing patiently in line to donate blood. A tragedy like this could have torn our country apart, but instead it has united us. This event can give a message of hope, hope for the present and hope for the future. The cross tells us that God understands our sin and our suffering. And from the cross, God declares, I love you. The story does not end with the cross. For Easter points us beyond the tragedy of the cross to the empty tomb. It tells us that there is hope for eternal life. For Christ has conquered evil and death and hell. My prayer today is that we will feel the loving arms of God wrapped around us, and will know in our hearts that He will never forsake us as we trust in Him. And this is going to be a day that we will remember as a day of victory. May God bless you all.
You get a yearly checkup. Shouldn't your air? With your local Lennox dealer, regular care equals perfect air. With technology you can touch, comfortable air you can feel, and savings you can see. Not just perfect air, perfect for you air.
Call Dale's Heating and Air to upgrade your air today.
Lennox, air is life. Make it perfect.
Download the all-new Mix 104.1 app online at mymix1041.com.
Visit Cleveland Ford for below Ford factory employee pricing, no payments for 90 days, and a Weber grill with purchase. Save big on a 2024 F-150. Get a great deal on a new Escape, Explorer, or Bronco Sport. Shop ClevelandFord.com or visit us and ask for Crazy Craig.
What's your biggest investment? Probably your home. The roof over your head. If it's time to repair or replace your roof, the pros at Langley Roofing are here to help. See a loved roof? Chances are it's a Langley.
So what did you name her?
Sophia. Okay, Sophia, this might hurt a little bit, but we'll do it together. All right. Good job, Sophia.
Sophia, I'm here if you need me.
Make sure you hold the baby's head when you give the baby to the mother.
What did you name him?
Sun is shining, it's a beautiful day. Wake up, sleepyhead, get up and play. Everything's yellow, it's a beautiful sight. Sunbeam showers makes everything right. Come on now, let's get away.
Make every day brighter with the sunny southern goodness of Mayfield Dairy.
Welcome to Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive excellence is our top priority. At Mountain View Nissan, we take pride in offering you the finest selection of vehicles, perfectly suited for your adventurous spirit. From powerful SUVs ready to conquer any terrain to your everyday gas-friendly commuters, we have the perfect vehicle to match your lifestyle. This is Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive dreams become reality. Visit one of our 3 locations in Dalton, Chattanooga, and Cleveland today, and let us take your driving experience to new peaks.
Magnolia Dental Center of Cleveland wants to welcome you to the Magnolia family, a local dental clinic that uses their God-given knowledge and skills to bless our community through dentistry. From checkups and cleanings to dentures and all-on-4 dental implants, they can help you feel healthier and more confident. Conveniently located at 2190 Chambliss Avenue, call 423-476-3307. Join the Magnolia family today.
Thank you, Cleveland and Bradley County, for supporting Bender Realty for the last 55 years. More than ever, we are ready and prepared to help our community be home. The real estate market is changing and evolving, and the Bender Realty family is ready to help navigate today's market by providing professional, knowledgeable, and resourceful advisors to help your dream of calling someplace home. For all things real estate, be home with Bender Realty, 425 25th Street, 423-472-2173, bender-realty.com.
One app at mymix1041.com. The top of the hour is presented by Best Buy Metals, making the top of your house the best it can be. Visit bestbuymetalroofing.com.
The best mix, the best variety. WCLE, Calhoun, Cleveland, Athens.
Fox News is next, presented by Capital Tire Service in downtown Cleveland.
News. I'm Gianna Gelosi. A nationwide manhunt is underway after a sniper murdered conservative activist Charlie Kirk at Utah Valley University.
Right now, all we know is that the killer was dressed entirely in black tactical gear and fired from a rooftop about 200 yards away. Investigators so far have gone door to door, asking people who live nearby to review any home surveillance video.
As Fox's CB Cotton, President Trump, who frequently credited Kirk with helping him win in 2024, posted on Truth Social.
My administration will find each and every one of those who contributed to this atrocity.
Now, later this morning, the president will be at the Pentagon memorial ceremony marking the 24th anniversary of the 9/11 terror attacks. Later, he'll travel to New York to throw the first pitch at the Yankee game. America's listening to Fox News.
The Mix 1041 News Desk, brought to you by Logan Thompson Law, a tradition of legal and community service. That's Logan Thompson Law at loganthompsonlaw.com. And good morning, everyone. It is September 11th, a day we will never forget. It is Patriot Day, and we are marking that here at Mix 1041. And our family of stations, mixtv.tv. Let me remind everyone, especially first responders, there is a free breakfast for you at Garden Plaza in Cleveland. We had Ken Boland on a few minutes ago, Executive Director of Garden Plaza here in Cleveland. They are serving first responders a free breakfast now until 9:30. All you have to do is stop by and get a great breakfast there at Garden Plaza on Keith Street. Other news this morning, McMinn County is denying liability in a 2018 jail beating death. They denied malfeasance in a $25 million wrongful death suit filed in U.S. District Court by the son of a Hickson man who lost his life at the hands of another inmate at the county jail in 2018. And while being held February 17th of 2018 in the same cell during the booking process at the McMinn County Justice Center, Timothy Brian Cook, age 48, was beaten and stomped to death by Jared Jones, who was subsequently convicted in March of 2019 of second-degree murder and sentenced to 21 years in prison for Cook's death. A 26-year-old Florida man with ties to China faces charges of running a scam in McMinn County. That, according to the McMinn County Sheriff's Department. WTVC television reports deputies arrested Zai Liu of Coral Springs, Florida, Tuesday after an Inglewood resident reported that his wife was being pressured by a caller posing as a federal agent. The scammer demanded $12,000 to resolve a supposed investigation. McMinn County Sheriff Joe Guy said officers set up surveillance in the Zion Hill subdivision and arrested Liu when he arrived to collect the money. Authorities say Liu may be connected to a Chinese crime group and had evidence linking him to other scams in the region. And that is local and state news at 8:06. Good morning. Mark Shepard, Shelter Insurance, 2334 Keith Street, Cleveland. Call 423-339-8777. It's time now for our obituary program. Our obituary program is brought to you as a service of the Chattanooga Monument Company.
And Chattanooga Monument Company, where they have a passion for memorialization and a philosophy of meeting people where they are. Specializing in bronze and granite memorials and monuments, they design, engrave, and etch granite in-house. Visit ChattanoogaMonumentCompany.com or call them at 344-3932. Lewis Allen Griswold, age 65, of Ocoee, passed away on Friday, September 5th. As a memorial mass will be held this Friday at 2 p.m. at the St. Therese of Lisieux Catholic Church with Father Mike Nolan officiating. Family receive friends, noon until 2 prior to the service. Jonathan Blake Deal of Cleveland passed away September 6th. No service is scheduled at this time. Shasta McKenzie, McGill, age 53, of Cleveland, passed away Saturday, September 6th. And a celebration of life service will be held Friday at Companion Funeral Home, Ridge Sanctuary, 2 p.m. The family will receive friends noon until 2 Friday prior to the service for Shasta McKenzie McGill, age 53, of Cleveland, who passed away Saturday, September 6th. Faye Emma-Jean Liner, age 74, of Calhoun, passed away September the 8th. Family will receive friends this Saturday, 5 to 8 p.m. at the Pool Funeral Home. A funeral will be held Sunday at 2 p.m. in the Pool Funeral Home Chapel. Obituary program brought to you by Chattanooga Monument Company.
Good morning. Let's get a check of traffic here. This Don Ledford Cleveland on-time traffic report is brought to you by Don Ledford in Cleveland. It is Truck Month at Don Ledford GMC Chevrolet. Big savings on GMC and Chevrolet trucks, plus it's Truck and SUV Month at Don Ledford Pre-Owned. Huge savings on all brands. Don Ledford, North Lee Highway, Cleveland, and DonLedford.com, where they say yes. We have no reports of any accidents this morning as we take a look at the Langley Roofing traffic cameras. The interstate is still looking good as well. If you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The volunteer Ritapest mix line is 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Cleveland State Cougar line. This traffic report is brought to you by the Cleveland Family YMCA. Right now, you can join the Y with a $0 join fee all September long because it's never too late to take the first step again. You can find out more at clevelandtnymca.org. We'll check your Mermaid Mattress Weather Center forecast coming up.
To save on home and auto insurance, call AAA today to see how much you can save.
Save now during the Drive into Fall event at Crown City JR Cleveland. Shop over 225 new Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Rams up to $14,000 off MSRP. Or get financing as low as 2.9% for up to 72 months. Crown City JR, the better way to buy and service.
Hardee's Original Bag is back, now with even more full-size sandwiches to choose from. The new Spicy Chicken Sandwich, Hot Ham and Cheese, Hand-Breaded Chicken Tender Wrap, or Charbroiled Double Cheeseburger. Mix and match any two, with fries and a drink, just $6.99.
I'm Brew McCoy, your favorite Tennessee wide receiver. In the world of football, precision is everything. Every pass, every catch. But what about when it comes to protecting your home? Best Buy Metals can manufacture a custom-fitted roof that will protect your home for a lifetime. Best of all, it can be manufactured the same or next day. Call or visit a Best Buy Metal showroom or drop by bestbuymetalroofing.com to get a quote today. Best Buy Metals, roofing that lasts.
Download the all-new Mix 104.1 app online at mymix1041.com.
Visit Cleveland Ford for below Ford factory employee pricing, no payments for 90 days, and a Weber grill with purchase. Save big on a 2024 F-150. Get a great deal on a new Escape, Explorer, or Bronco Sport. Shop ClevelandFord.com or visit us and ask for Crazy Craig.
ESPN Radio returns to Southeast Tennessee. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM is the new home of the Paul Feinbaum Show, The Drive, and more of your favorite shows. Listen on air or at ESPNCleveland1013.com. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM.
What's your biggest investment? Probably your home. The roof over your head. If it's time to repair or replace your roof, the pros at Langley Roofing are here to help. See a loved roof? Chances are it's a Langley.
I told my son to find me the nicest place to live in Cleveland. He said, Dad, there's only one place, and that's Garden Plaza. And I moved into the patio home. Everybody knows your name from day one, and there's something to do all day long if you want to participate in it. You cannot possibly be bored at Garden Plaza. It is just great, and their food is outstanding. It's out of this world. And I'm so happy I'm here. Garden Plaza is it for me.
Did you know that nicotine vapes are a fast path to addiction? Nicotine addiction is nothing to mess with. Live healthy, live free, escape the vape.
Escape the Vape is a partnership to prevent teen vaping, presented by ATS The Bridge, Bradley County Schools, and Cleveland City Schools.
I love the Cleveland community because I think it's a very warm place to live. It's just a very friendly community, and you don't necessarily have to be born here to fit in. There's a lot of folks that move here and they fall in love with it. I feel like we make our customers feel valued by the way we treat them. We're very welcoming here. We get to know them. We learn their names. We learn their goals, and we try to meet all their financial needs, not just do one transaction with them.
Firehouse subs from our friends at Firehouse and also Chattanooga Monument Company. So you can nominate your favorite first responder right now, 423-614-6499. You can call us or text us, and we will honor your favorite first responder. Again, 423-614-6499.
Tennessee Valley weather.
Today's best mix, best variety mix 1041, the Mermaid Mattress Weather Center. Happy birthday, Kristen Davis. Here she is.
Skechers mattresses are here. Save up to $500 or get a free adjustable base with any size. Exclusively at Mermaid Mattress.
For today, a chance of a few rain showers this morning, becoming partly cloudy this afternoon. A high of 86 and a low of 59 this evening. For tomorrow, we'll have sunny skies, a high of 87 and a low of 57, and then sunny again on Saturday with a high of 88. Your current Milligan Vane temperature is 61 degrees, milliganvane.com. Taking a look at the central heat and air radar, we still have some rain showers in the northern part of our listening area.
This weather forecast is brought to you by Bradley Concrete and LambCon Ready Mix, a family-owned business serving Cleveland for over 40 years. Visit lambcon.us to find out more.
Well, we are in the hour now that the planes began heading. We were going to do our annual timeline coming up 24 years ago today. Of course, it's Patriot Day, September 11th, 2001. If you missed the interview we had with our leaders of our first responder organizations, you should go back and look at that. MixTV.tv. Bridget, that was very impressive to have those men and women in our studio.
Yeah, I appreciate each of them for taking the time to come in this morning and share with us.
Garden Plaza Cleveland offering a free breakfast for all first responders now until 9:30. As has become a tradition on this day, on this station, the late, great Ray Charles. Mix 1041. Good morning.
To those cool, comfortable fall-like temperatures, but by the afternoon we warm up into the 80s once again. So very similar to what we've had all week long, except there will be a slim chance of a shower today. The warming trend still on the way. 90s return this weekend into next week, and rain chances overall are going to be low, despite the chance of a stray shower a little bit later today. I'll get to that shortly, but here's a look at your current temperatures. 64 in Chattanooga, 49 in Murphy. That's about a 15-degree temperature difference. So much cooler temperatures the further east you go this morning. And I think this is either the third or fourth morning where Murphy's been down into the 40s, 62 in Lafayette, 61 in Dayton. Humidity just a little bit higher today. So you'll probably notice that difference, especially when you compare it with the last several days. High temperatures generally going to be in, I would say, the mid 80s here in the valley from Athens down to Dalton. Maybe some upper 80s here and there across North Georgia. That allergy count not going anywhere. We've been talking about that ragweed, and it's still going to be problematic as we move into the weekend. So if you have plans, to be outdoors, just keep in mind you are going to be dealing with some of those sniffling, especially if you got some issues with that ragweed like I do. Here's a look at the temperature trend. Warmer than normal temperatures return as we head into next week. It looks like high pressure and some pretty good ridging is going to build into our west. And typically when that happens, we get warmer than normal temperatures this time of the year. So we're looking at 90s making a return, likely on Sunday into early next week. In fact, Monday, look at that, 92 degrees. Also going to see the humidity going up just a little bit. So like I mentioned earlier, we do have a slim chance of a passing shower. We're seeing a couple of those moving in along I-40 just to our north. So some areas north and east of Chattanooga, I'm talking Ray, Meigs, McMinn County, could see a few sprinkles this morning. It's not going to be a big deal, but it's certainly a possibility. Futurecasts throughout the day showing more cloud cover than we've had recently. And you can notice a couple of those green dots here and there. So there's a stray shower chance here and there throughout the afternoon. Most of you stay dry, to be honest with you. There's still a lot of dry air overhead, but any rain that does fall is going to be on the lighter side, so really no issue. And then tomorrow we clear back out. So again, rainfall over the next 7 days. These blue areas, maybe a trace, a couple hundredths of an inch, not even really enough to wet the ground in most areas. So more than likely, you're just not going to see too much in the way of rain over the next 7 days. Now, talking about the tropics, because yesterday was the peak of the Atlantic hurricane season, we now have an area of interest coming off the coast of Africa. 20% chance of development over the next 7 days or so. Far away from land. No major impacts expected, at least in the short term, but we'll keep a close eye on things as we move forward. And like I said, yesterday was the peak of the hurricane season here in the Atlantic Basin. That runs all the way through November 30th, but now we start to see activity historically come down. Not to say we can't have hurricanes and tropical storms well into November, but typically we start to see that activity waning down. So we'll keep a close eye on things, and of course, if anything changes, we will let you know.
11. Good morning. And Bridget, let's get a check of our Simmons Bank celebration list. What's happening?
All right. Happy birthday to Kristen Davis over at Mermaid Mattress. Also, Corbin Suter is having a birthday today. Social studies teacher at Lake Forest Middle School. Abby Tronero is 17 today, a junior at Bradley Central. She's part of the Vocal Motion show choir there, and your family loves you very much. Dennis Melton is having a birthday today, retired from Bradley County Government in the Parks and Rec Department, and best known as Logan and Cooper's dad. Jeannie Carden is having a birthday today. That's from her daughter, Tina Shoemaker. Marshall Butler is 50-something today. His friends over at Sun Paper say he is a super delivery driver extraordinaire. Linda Morris is having a birthday today. Jacob Elliott is 27. That is from his mom. Sherry Greenwood is celebrating today. Her daughter-in-law, Danielle, sent that in to us. And then Pastor Mickey Clark is 51 today at Crossroads Community Church. His daughter, Brinny Boo, called that in earlier. So happy birthday to him. Call in your birthdays and wedding anniversaries to us. We'll take those on the volunteer Ritipest mix line, 423-614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Cleveland State Cougar line. Go to our website, mymix1041.com, or download our free Mix 1041 app. It's the Simmons Bank celebration list at Simmons Bank. They are with you every step of the way. Call Jamie Kyle, 423-381-3429.
Well, our longtime friends, the Cleveland Daily Banner, joining us, Joyce Taylor, Kathy Payne. Ladies, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Steve. We're great. How are you?
I'm doing good. Great to see you. Joyce, I want to begin with you. You're the publisher of the Cleveland Daily Banner, and just an amazing history there. And what does that mean to you to lead our newspaper?
It's an awesome responsibility, especially when you consider whose footsteps I'm following in with. I know most people know Goldie Lottenbarger, Steve Crass, and then recently Ralph Baldwin. They've all been great mentors to me. But it is an awesome responsibility. The Banner's been around for 170 years. Yeah. So
how long have you been at the Banner?
I've been at the Banner for 41 years in different roles.
Oh,
but
man.
Yes, sir.
That's just wonderful. And don't forget, I know that Beecher and Lola Hunter, they listen every morning. Hello to Beecher.
Yes, Beecher is a good friend. He was there when I worked with him when I was first hired, a little bit in the newsroom, and just a very good guy.
I got to mention one more that I know is listening. That's Sandra Rowland. Sandra and Tom always listen every morning. Well, Joyce, and also my friend Kathy Payne joins us. Kathy, good morning. How are you?
Doing great. Good morning.
I know you're in sales, but you do an awful lot at the Banner. Is that right?
Whatever she tells me to do.
She's out there in the community, and everybody knows Kathy.
Everybody knows Kathy. Well, let me tell you, the Cleveland Daily Banner, you've gotten into some this event in the last, how many years now for this wonderful senior event?
This is our 6th year.
Yeah.
We didn't get to have it in 2020, so this is our 6th year. We started in 2019.
Now, help me with the name. It's the 55 plus, is that right?
55 plus Senior Expo.
Senior Expo. Kathy, what's the goal here? Why do you guys put it on? It's a lot of hard work to do, I know. Why do you do it?
Try to get all the information out there to our readers that we can get, and exposure for our vendors.
Yeah.
You know, we want them to be able to connect them together. So
Yeah. It's been such a huge success the last 5 years, as you said. All right, let's get the details down. When is it happening? Where is it happening? That sort of thing.
it is at the Valker Commons at the Pie Center next Thursday, September the 18th, from 10 to 2. We have all kinds of vendors, everything you can possibly think of out there. We have some major sponsors that help us every year. We have Bradley Medical Center, Companion Funeral Home, Cleveland Utilities, Life Care Center, Alberg Audiology, and Garden Plaza. Most of those have been with us from the beginning, and just really great sponsors. And then our vendors, we have everything you can think of, from somebody doing vaccines to food. We also have even an auctioneer this year.
Oh, do you really?
We do.
Would that be my friend Kim Stone, for instance?
Yes, it would.
Oh, Kim Stone! I tell you, we're going to get him to come in and auction Bridget off. I think that'd be just fine. Boy, Joyce, to get out and be able to meet the readers in person, the vendors, connecting everybody. The Banner's been doing that for a long time.
Yes, yes. And so we're excited. And this kind of gives people an opportunity in a non-pressure environment to find out information. You know, we'll have like retirement centers represented there if you want to find out information. We'll have insurance companies there, you know, open enrollment's coming up for Medicare. And so these are local people, you know, that you can trust, look eye to eye and ask information. So it kind of connects them and they don't have to go to their business. And so that we have more vendors this year than we have in the past, about 51. So
how many?
51.
My goodness. Kathy Payne, Joyce Taylor join us, our longtime friends, the Cleveland Daily Banner. All right, now, Kathy, I know there's some prizes and there's some samples and there's all kinds of stuff like that, too.
Oh, there's food samples and but always good food there.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure who all is there for food. Chicken Salad Chick's with us again this is her 5th time being there. So she's with us every year. I'm like, are we doing it again this year? And she's like, of course we are. Give me the date. So.
Well, you know, there are fewer and fewer opportunities for businesses and organizations to really market themselves like this and in person, and I think it's just wonderful. Joyce, anything you want to add here? And maybe, you know, just about the Cleveland Daily Banner overall. I mean, the information that your team provides is incredible. It's such a tremendous job. Anything you want to add about just in general?
Again, we have a great team. As a matter of fact, we this year, I think maybe for the first time, our news team won the General Excellence Award through Tennessee Press.
Oh, wonderful!
Which is kind of the highest award. So we just have a great team. Of course, we're also on digital. You know, we still have a print product, but there's a lot of people, so we have a lot to offer.
Yeah, you sure do. ClevelandBanner.com, I believe. And,
yes.
We all love it so much. Kathy, anything you want to mention just about the Banner overall?
We do also have our magazine that we put out quarterly. It's coming up again next month, and we try to get something out there for everybody.
Well, you do an excellent job. All right, well, let's mention the Expo. Kathy, want to give us the details one more time? By the way, Cleveland's Oldies 99.1, proud to be involved in this wonderful Senior Expo. All right, Kathy, give us the details one more time.
Again, it is going to be next Thursday, September the 18th, from 10 to 2 at the Valker Commons at the Pie Center. Everyone is welcome. Come out. There's some great door prizes, I'm sure. We usually give out some really nice ones. If you go around and visit all of our vendors, you're in the drawing for some really nice prizes.
Certainly so. Well, ladies, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you, Steve. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you for the service you provide our community. the Cleveland Daily Banner. Of course, you can find out all about them at clevelandbanner.com. And the big expo, come out and see all of us. We'll be there a week from today, September 18th, at the Barker Commons at the Pie Center. 10 to 2 free admission.
Yes,
You'll take
absolutely.
a little on the side, I'm sure.
Oh, no.
Okay. Free admission, everyone. Looking forward to it. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Very, very much. All right, we do have a full newscast this morning. You can find that all on our website at mymix1041.com.
This news update is brought to you by Ocoee Pediatrics. At Ocoee Pediatrics, they are committed to seeing sick children within 24 hours of onset in most cases. Located at 55 25th Street in Cleveland. Call 423-614-3733 or visit ocoeepeds.com.
Good morning. Let's get a check of traffic here. This Don Ledford Cleveland on-time traffic report is brought to you by Don Ledford in Cleveland. It is truck month at Don Ledford GMC Chevrolet. Big savings on GMC and Chevrolet trucks. Plus, it's truck and SUV month at Don Ledford Pre-Owned. Huge savings on all brands. Don Ledford, North Lee Highway, Cleveland, and donledford.com, where they say yes. We have no reports of any accidents this morning as we take a look at the Langley Roofing traffic cameras. The interstate is looking good as well. If you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The volunteer Rid-a-Pest mix line is 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Cleveland State Cougar line. We'll check your Mermaid Mattress Weather Center forecast coming up.
This traffic report is brought to you by Bank of Cleveland and Beltwell Bank.
I'm Brian Hood with Bank of Cleveland. For 38 years, you've known us as Bank of Cleveland. And while our name is changing to Beltwell Bank, everything else you trust is staying the same. The same people, the same service, the same deep roots in Cleveland.
Have you checked out the Town Squire Sportswear selection for fall 2025? One of my friends said, what a selection.
Every job has a schedule, and we're built to keep up. At Wholesale Supply, we power the pros who build, wire, plumb, heat, and light the Southeast. With the top brands in stock, expert support, and 30-plus locations, we keep your job moving and your customers happy. Family-owned, service-driven, built for builders, contractors, and our communities. Wholesale Supply. Built to supply, trusted to deliver.
Mix 1041 and Honda of Cleveland are teaming up to give one deserving teacher in our local area the chance to win a 2025 Honda Civic LX. Nominate your favorite teacher at mymix1041.com or on the Mix 1041 app.
Dad, I just can't decide which Skechers mattress I like best because they're all great.
Well, you know what they say, if the mattress fits.
Isn't it if the shoe fits?
Oh, I think Skechers does have shoes.
Right now, when you purchase an all-new Skechers mattress, save up to $500 and get a free pair of Skechers shoes.
But you only find Skechers mattresses at Mermaid.
Your sleep locally handmade, hand-delivered.
Attention shoppers, don't forget to ask our certified butchers for great recipe tips.
This is an authentic butcher shop, where meat is hand-cut in-store, beef is ground fresh daily, and expert advice from a certified butcher is always free of charge.
Free advice? That's what I call value. The quality I crave, the value I count on.
Nobody does food like Food City.
Right now, when you download the Hardee's app and join My Rewards, say good morning to 20% off any breakfast order of $10 or more. Wake up to the fluffy omelet biscuit or a home-style loaded burrito and save. That's goodness in Hardee's country.
I'm Clark Campbell. I've lived here in Cleveland, Tennessee for 24 years, and I'm so proud that I get to shop for my business to get my truck right here in my town. One of the most intimidating things in the truck buying process is you just don't want to talk to people sometimes. Don Ledford Chevrolet just isn't that place. And that's my favorite thing about this property is you just feel like a friend. There are a lot of options when it comes to dealerships in Cleveland and the Chattanooga area. This is going to be the first place I go to every single time.
Competence, integrity, experience. Those are what Logan Thompson's all about.
We're basically a one-stop shop.
Each of us work in a special area of the law.
And it is true that experience counts.
We've been doing this for a long time. It's fun, and you're helping people.
We give back to the community.
A tradition of legal and community service.
We want to keep the ball moving and we want to treat you with respect.
At the end of the day, you're walking away with peace of mind.
Make them feel welcome, make them feel heard. And so our goal is to show them a path forward, giving them hope.
Memorial Hello Human Kindness. Sports is courtesy of ESPN Cleveland 101.3, our sister station. Cubs over the Braves last night, 3-2. NFL Thursday Night Football tonight. Commanders at the Packers, 8:15 on Amazon Prime. High school football coverage tomorrow night, 7 o'clock kickoff, will be Maryville at Cleveland on Mix 104.1 and the Mix app. Central at Walker Valley. That'll be on Cleveland's Oldies 99.1 and the Mix app. Bradley at Farragut tomorrow night, ESPN Cleveland 101.3 and the ESPN Cleveland 101.3 app. Get your Cleveland High School tickets early at the Town Squire, and then Walker Valley tickets early at Monogram Market, the Town Squire, and Gobbles Automotive. And then a special presentation, Sweetwater at Polk County tomorrow night. That'll be exclusively on MixTV.tv, driven by Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland. I feel like we're going to do a movie review here. We've got Robert Alderman, Ryan Paracelli.
Stephen.
What's happening?
Stephen, I was reminiscing this morning.
You always are.
I was sitting out when you get to be our age.
Yes.
I was out in the parking lot here, and I was thinking about the old studio where we had to walk down the death steps. Down it. You would wander around digging for a coffee cup back in the back kitchen. And I was like, you know what? Steven's done well for himself.
Oh, no.
I'm proud of you. You have this nice fancy studio. I'm not in this enough.
I know. I agree.
Back then it was just hanging out. No one really wanted. I do want that to be said. No one wanted to be on your show back then.
No.
No one wanted to be on it. And you would be like, Robert, please. I'll come on and do sports and weather for no reason.
And now we're in here with all these robot cameras.
I know.
AI's taking over. Well, listen, Geekster, I can't believe it again,
That's
Ryan,
right.
is this Saturday.
We've been doing it 12 years, and so,
Really?
Yeah.
12 years.
It's pretty amazing.
12 years of Geekster. It's a big day for us. We're very excited.
All right, so got a lot of new people in Cleveland now. Too many new people, by the way. It's fine. What is Geekster? Just break it down for us in the beginning.
So Geekster is a one-day vintage toy and comic show that happens over at Cleveland State Community College in the gym. And we'll be there on Saturday from 10 to 4. It costs $10 to get in for adults, but kids 12 and under, as you know, Stephen, are free.
With comic books, artists, games, toys, everything pop culture that you could think of that you would want to collect or put on your shelf for a while, and it's all going to be there, and it's a lot of fun.
Here's the thing, Stephen. You know that children these days are born with a phone in their hand.
That's right.
That's
They
like
get
their
one when they're
first
born.
toy.
They learn to swipe before they learn to talk.
That's true.
That's right. Yeah.
And what a lot of people think is that kids then don't like toys, they don't like comics, they don't like those things. But I want to tell you, if you're listening to me, all 7 of you, 7 Mix 104.
We said there's a lot of new people in Cleveland.
Oh, yeah. Nine.
No, there's 8. There's 8. Excuse me, there's 8 people.
Okay, so here's the deal, though. You may be listening to the sound of my voice and saying, my kid doesn't care about that stuff. I promise you're wrong. What's really awesome is when you bring your kids and you bring your family to Geekster and you're wandering around the aisles and you're seeing all the toys that you played with when you were a kid. And I see this every year. I see it over and over and over again. Adults saying, I played with this toy, I played with that toy. And kids light up. Think about this. Your kid doesn't even have the option now of the kind of toys. There's still a toy aisle. I'm not saying toys don't exist, but we don't really have a Toys R Us. We don't have a Walmart-sized place for toys.
Oh, yeah.
And so when they see the toys you played with, when they see the comic books you used to read, they get completely excited, man. And I see kids buying toys. And I know even with my own kids and Ryan with Dakota, our kids go home with toys every year. And they play with them, they love them. They love them. It is such a cool experience.
Absolutely. Ryan, so how does it work? Give us the hours. What do people need to know as they come out to Geekster this Saturday?
Well, we are, as Rob said, 10 to 4 at Cleveland State Community College's gymnasium. We'll have like 50 different vendors. It's the most we've ever had. We had, over 1,200 people come through the door last year, so this is a big event. There's toys, comics, games, art, anything that you would want to find, and it's $10 at the door to get in, or if you're 12 and under, it's free.
Now, tell me about your sponsor this year.
Well,
our lead sponsor, Epicos.
Your lead, go ahead.
Epicos Games, Comics, Cards, and Games. They're a comic book and board game and trading card store in Chattanooga, and they also got a store in Hickson. And
Henry lives here. Henry's like a big part of the Cleveland community.
Oh, great.
He goes to church here. He lives here. He does his thing here, but his store is in Chattanooga and Hickson.
Well, I've heard of it. I've heard some great things. So
yeah, wonderful.
They're your lead sponsor.
Could I say something, Steve?
Yeah, go ahead.
Would it be okay? First of all, I've got two things. Number one, you've really kept the weight off.
Oh,
you started losing this weight
Thank you very much.
like 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
And I thought it'll come back.
Oh, yeah.
But no way. You've done it. I don't know. Anyway. And then the second thing I want to say is this. Saturday's a busy day. We were out in the lobby with Melissa Woody, who's going to come in and talk about the Cowpea Festival. Which is awesome. Yeah. If you've not ever been, you should go. And the polo match is this weekend. So Bendabout Farms are going to be in there. Matt's here. He's out there.
I can't believe it.
No, Matt's out here. And then there's this little thing that matters to nobody called the Tennessee-Georgia game.
Who even knew it was happening?
Right. Nobody even knows about
Nobody knew it.
But I do want to say this. This is important. Number one, Tennessee-Georgia game is in the evening.
That's right.
So you have no excuse.
Yeah.
Number two, the polo match at Bendabout Farms, the big game is actually on Sunday.
That's right.
The Saturday morning game, it's fine, whatever. Hey, that was his own words. That's what he said.
Right.
His own words to us.
You're
He
just
said,
quoting.
his words to us were, I don't really care about Saturday. That's what he said. That's what he said. Hey, God is my witness. God is my witness. He was he said, Sunday's our big day. And we are like this. We are locked with the Cowpea Festival.
Absolutely.
I have been going to the Cowpea Festival for so many years, right?
Absolutely.
And so Melissa and us, we agree. It is the best day. No offense. I need to tell you something. It used to be the duck race day.
It's over.
Duck race used to be number one day of the year,
Done.
But now you can do Geekster and Cowpea Fest in one day.
Yeah. That's right.
So come to Geekster in the morning.
Yeah.
And then go to Cowpea Festival and enjoy the evening.
The
at the Cowpea
Cleverleys.
Festival.
I mean, you don't get any better than that.
I love
we had a whole conversation yesterday trying to figure out, can we get the gym cleaned up and closed down fast enough?
Can we get to the
there in time?
Cleverleys? Because we are Cleverleys
That's
fans.
a huge show here in Bradley County,
really
in Charleston. But no, and Rob, I know you don't mean to sound intelligent, but
I don't. I don't.
That is a great point. Because seriously, that shows you the growth of Cleveland.
Yeah.
That we can have these huge events drawing well over 1,000 people for each event in one day.
Yeah.
And you can go to both of them.
And you should, because I really do believe sincerely that the two things that really are happening on Saturday are two of the best family-friendly events that happen in this town. And I don't mean anything against the city. Like, I love the city and we work with the city, but it's like, these events now are on par with the block party. They're on par with the Christmas tree lighting. Not in terms of how many people. Well, maybe as many as the Christmas tree. Definitely not the block party is what it is. But I mean, as far as family-friendly things that
and you're
you
dressed for
do.
the block party this morning. And I think that's
dressed,
very,
listen,
very nice.
I dress.
I don't know what that
I dress
means.
in this costume every once in a while. It's like it's like fat old vampire.
Oh, come
it's
on.
like pasty
Come
vampire.
on. Rob Alderman, Ryan Fariselli. All right, Ryan, break it down, the details one more time. One of our favorite events of the year.
Saturday, 10 to 4 at Cleveland State Community College, Cleveland Geekster. It's $10 to get in. Kids 12 and under are free. Family-friendly events. Come out, see all the toys, comics, and games and art and everything for sale.
And Robert, you have a website.
We do Geekster.com.
Cleveland Geekster.
Oh, dang, I got it wrong.
Ah!
ClevelandGeekster.com.
But the better place to find us is on our Facebook page.
Okay.
Yeah, Facebook's where it's at. Like, come join the event, be part of it, and you know what? Do this. Ready, Steven?
Yeah.
At some point when you have a break, give away 2 tickets.
Oh, there we go. Well, let's just do it now.
Let's give away 2 tickets
Oh,
to
that's very nice
Geekster,
of you.
all right?
It's a great value.
So people call in. If you call in here, Steven will give you 2 tickets to the Geekster. We love you guys. ClevelandGeekster.com, Facebook, Cleveland Geekster. I mean, that's going to be awesome.
It's going to be a great event. We'll see you there Saturday at Cleveland State.
Yes,
10
sir.
to 4. All right, so you heard Robert say it. 2 free tickets right now. 423-614-6499. Call in. Text in. So we got the text line now. So
Look
how fancy we are.
What? He pointed at Bridget. Do you take the texts?
Yeah, right there.
All these years, she's still the only one that makes it work.
You got that right. Guys, thanks so much. No kidding.
We love you, Steve. Thank
Love you, buddy. Have a great day. Ready to take your ride to new heights at Two Brothers Tire and Automotive.
Download the all-new Mix 104.1 app online at mymix1041.com.
Every 5 to 7 minutes, someone dies of a drug overdose. Did you know that consuming THC before the age of 18 increases the risk of opioid abuse later in life? Protect your life. Escape the Vape.
Escape the Vape is a partnership to prevent teen vaping, presented by ATS The Bridge, Bradley County Schools, and Cleveland City Schools.
Welcome to Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive excellence is our top priority. At Mountain View Nissan, we take pride in offering you the finest selection of vehicles, perfectly suited for your adventurous spirit. From powerful SUVs ready to conquer any terrain to your everyday gas-friendly commuters, we have the perfect vehicle to match your lifestyle. This is Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive dreams become reality. Visit one of our 3 locations in Dalton, Chattanooga, and Cleveland today, and let us take your driving experience to new peaks.
The first step is to begin. To hit the alarm, to tap brew, to tie your shoes. The first step is to begin. To start the car, to make the drive, to step inside. The first step is to begin.
You have a good workout.
To move forward, to stay on track. It doesn't matter how early or how late, you can always begin again at the Y. It's 5 a.m. somewhere.
Cleveland Tire is ready to help your auto any way it can. We're one of the largest providers of Goodyear brand tires in the area. We sell all major brand tires. We have ASE certified mechanics on staff 6 days a week. We also have a commercial truck tire center that provides 24-hour roadside service and minor mechanical repairs on site. We have built our reputation on years of quality, affordable work and tires. We pride ourselves in customer satisfaction and great service. Cleveland Tire Center.
The new fiber network is going to place Cleveland, Tennessee at the forefront of technology. Cleveland is ready for this, and it's going to be a great future. My message to Cleveland, Tennessee is call Cleveland Utility Authority right now to get signed up for the new fiber broadband network that is coming to a neighborhood near you.
Save now during the Drive-In to Fall event at Crown City JR Cleveland. Shop over 225 new Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Rams up to $14,000 off MSRP. Or get financing as low as 2.9% for up to 72 months. Crown City JR, the better way to buy and service.
My dad says our new Linux system saves energy.
Well, saving energy means saving money.
A lot of money?
Yep.
Time for a raise in my allowance.
Savings year after year.
A big raise.
Call today for perfect air you can feel in your home and savings you can feel in your wallet.
Lennox, air is life. Make it perfect.
Call Dale's Heating and Air today.
And we are now going to mark in 10 seconds when the first plane hit the World Trade Center and the tower. And mark. It is 8:46. At 8:46, Mohammed Atta and the other hijackers aboard American Airlines Flight 11 crashed the plane into floors 93 through 99 of the North Tower of the World Trade Center, killing everyone on board and hundreds inside the building. Within seconds, the NYPD and the fire department, FDNY in New York, dispatch units to the World Trade Center while Port Authority Police Department officers on site began immediate evacuation of the North Tower. 24 years ago today, we will never forget. This is Patriot Day, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure at some point today you talk to your children, you talk to your grandchildren about what this day represents.
Today we've had a national tragedy. Today we've had a national tragedy. 2 airplanes have crashed into the World Trade Center in an apparent terrorist attack on our country.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We're looking at a live picture from Washington, and there is smoke pouring out of the Pentagon.
We've got a report from a guy at 24 of a cloud of black smoke off his left.
Wheeling to 97.
But we don't have confirmation.
United Airlines flight number 93 left Newark at 8:01 this morning en route to San Francisco. It went down in Shanksville, Pennsylvania.
And there, as you can see, perhaps the second tower, the front tower, the top portion of which is collapsing. Good Lord.
Both trade towers, where thousands of people work, on this day, Tuesday, have now been attacked and destroyed. There is simply no way to accurately describe the emotion this evokes.
I want you all to know that America today is on bended knee in prayer for the people whose lives were lost here, for the workers who work here, for the families who mourn. This nation stands with the good people of New York City and New Jersey and Connecticut as we mourn the loss of thousands of our citizens. I can hear you. I can hear you, the rest of the world hears you, and the people who knock these buildings down will hear all of us soon.
September 11 will go down in our history as a day to remember. None of us will ever forget the pictures of our courageous firefighters and police, many of whom have lost friends and colleagues, or the hundreds of people attending or standing patiently in line to donate blood. A tragedy like this could have torn our country apart, but instead it has united us. This event can give a message of hope, hope for the present and hope for the future. The cross tells us that God understands our sin and our suffering. And from the cross, God declares, I love you. The story does not end with the cross. For Easter points us beyond the tragedy of the cross to the empty tomb. It tells us that there is hope for eternal life. For Christ has conquered evil and death and hell. My prayer today is that we will feel the loving arms of God wrapped around us, and will know in our hearts that He will never forsake us as we trust in Him. And this is going to be a day that we will remember as a day of victory. May God bless you all.
We do the timetable 8:46, as I said a moment ago. 24 years ago, that is the North Tower that was hit by American Airlines Flight 11, which killed everyone on board. The plane, that was the hijacker was Mohammed Atta, who is, of course, now 24 years later known as the architect of this 9/11 plot. now at 8:50. This is when White House Chief of Staff in a video, a moment that will be etched in our collective memory in this country. White House Chief of Staff Andrew Card alerted President George W. Bush, that a plane had hit the World Trade Center. The president is in Sarasota, Florida, at an elementary school. We're going to pick this up again in a few minutes. We do this each year. 24 years ago today, Patriot Day, we will never forget. Again, my sincere thanks to Austin. Bridget, we give him a hard time here, and rightfully so. But he put together a beautiful tribute, and our phones are blown up over it, quite frankly. And so it's truly encapsulated a lot of our feelings. And I pray to God Almighty, as Billy Graham said in that video, that we would experience victory and that sense of togetherness that we had, unity that we had 24 years ago. And here in Cleveland, as so many of you remember, thousands of people, and many of you, did something wonderful for someone else. You gave blood, or you donated food, and you filled the first responder, the fire departments, the police department, the sheriff's department. Boy, last hour we had a wonderful time here. About an hour ago, the leaders of our first responder organizations here locally joined us. But I pray to God that we could get back to that and just have a sense of that. And it starts with each of us individually. Bridget, what a morning this is.
Yeah. I mean, may we never, ever forget what happened 24 years ago. And, appreciate our first responder agencies joining us earlier this morning. You can go back and catch that interview if you missed it. You can also watch this video back. It really is powerful.
All right, so we're going to take a quick break right here. My longtime friend Matt Bentley joins us. Bendabout Farms polo matches of this weekend. Back in a moment.
I'm Christy Goza with Bank of Cleveland. For 38 years, we've been more than just
I'm Brew McCoy, your favorite Tennessee wide receiver. In the world of football, precision is everything. Every pass, every catch. But what about when it comes to protecting your home? Best Buy Metals can manufacture a custom-fitted roof that will protect your home for a lifetime. Best of all, it can be manufactured the same or next day. Call or visit a Best Buy Metal showroom or drop by bestbuymetalroofing.com to get a quote today. Best Buy Metals, roofing that lasts.
Download the all-new Mix 104.1 app online at mymix1041.com.
Visit Cleveland Ford for below Ford factory employee pricing, no payments for 90 days, and a Weber grill with purchase. Save big on a 2024 F-150. Get a great deal on a new Escape, Explorer, or Bronco Sport. Shop ClevelandFord.com or visit us and ask for Crazy Craig.
ESPN Radio returns to Southeast Tennessee. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM is the new home of the Paul Feinbaum Show, The Drive, and more of your favorite shows. Listen on air or at ESPNCleveland1013.com. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM.
You're watching Mix Mornings on Mix TV. Here is your current Kia of Cleveland time. And your current temperature in Cleveland is brought to you by Milligan Vane.
Hey, my buddy Matt Bentley is here with Bendabout Farms. Matt, how are you?
I'm doing well, Steve. How are you, buddy?
Man, I'm doing great, and this is such a wonderful weekend coming up for the entire community. Tell us what's happening.
It certainly is. First of all, I can't start without making some mention about what Austin put together, that video about 9/11, and as we celebrate 24 years ago, and how much hate from the outside world was looking in on us, and then if you look at what's happened over the last few days, the hate within, and we just have to find a better way to deal with our differences, and what we're doing right now is not working. So anyhow, but that was so moving. I'm glad you put a commercial in because I was teared up a little bit with Austin's
I was too.
Videos. So yes, so Bendabout Farm, located just south of APD 40, below the Honda dealership and Varnell Nursery. You go south from Cleveland about 1.5 miles, 2 miles, you'll see the Polo Today signs. Or if you're coming up from Ottawa, it's just above McDonald on the right. And we're going to have matches on Saturday and Sunday. Saturday matches start at 10 a.m. Sunday matches start at 2 p.m. and we open the gates 2 hours before the matches begin. So 8 o'clock Saturday morning and noon on Saturday. It's a family event, tailgating. Bring a beverage, bring a charcuterie board if you'd like. We have free Coca-Cola soft drinks and waters on site, and free parking, free admission, and lots of bleachers, but bring your folding chairs on Sunday because it'll get crowded.
Well, we're joined by my buddy Matt Bentley. Matt, let's talk history a little bit here. Let's talk about how this all got started and why and how it continues at such a vibrant event. How did that happen?
So the original polo actually started 2,000 years ago in Persia, which was known as Persia then, now Iran. And it's been used as a sport to kind of, everything was cavalry up until the 1940s here, even here. Mm-hmm. And so it was used to build the relationship between an officer or rider and his horse. And so polo has been used as a game, but it's really just to sharpen the skills. The way that Bendabout and the Johnston family is tied into polo is Mr. Johnston, who is my 93-year-old friend, his father, who was born in 1900, in his 20s, in the 1920s, befriended a lot of officers in the greater Chattanooga area, most of which were in Fort Oglethorpe in the 6th Cavalry, and they played polo to stay sharp and teach their horses how to combat in tight quarters at high speeds. And so they introduced Mr. Johnston Sr. to the sport of polo, asked him if he wanted to come down and play a match, and he did. He fell in love with it, so much so that he started his own team with a bunch of Bendabout employees who had never even heard of the sport before. And they were the Bendabout Farm Boys. And some of those, still some of the charter members are gone now, but we still have Jack Easterly, his dad Bob, right? Jerry Bancroft played, Skeeter Baker. Have a lot of wonderful friends and family members in our area that have played through the years. But it was passed down through the family. In 1941, though, when we went into the Second World War, the infantry changed, and so did the cavalry. The cavalry went to mechanical means, and there was no need for mounted officers anymore. And so, and also it took a toll on the nation. Nobody was playing polo, so to speak. Summerfield's dad sold all of his polo ponies. Half of our work crew was all fighting the war for the country. And then anyway, fast forward another 15, 20 years later, Summerfield Jr., born in 32, in the 50s, he refired up the polo program at Bendabout, and then that has been, so he was the second generation, and now his daughter Jillian, his son Skeeter played. We lost him tragically to a polo accident, but his grandson Will's playing, and it's scanned over several generations. It's been a great love for the family.
Joined by Matt Bentley, and of course, Summerfield Johnston and the Johnston Coca-Cola Bottling Company. I think about what Coca-Cola did back to 9/11. I mean, just so many things that they were involved with in the relief efforts, and they're always in the middle of wonderful things, not only here but around the world. Okay, so Matt, let's repeat the details. It's a tremendous tradition, and I tell you what this has done. The polo matches have introduced a lot of people to polo, quite frankly. Absolutely. And I'm sure that's part of the goal here. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Would love to see awareness. I know some of you have seen the Netflix polo deal.
Yeah.
Not exactly shedding a great light on polo, but it's gotten some recognition and people are asking about it. But yes, we invite everyone to come out. It is free. It's fun. The weather's going to be great. You can come out Saturday and get home before college football kickoff. You can come Sunday after church. You can dress up or you can come casual. We don't care. We just want to see your smiling faces. It's a family event family-friendly event. So feel free to bring your children. If you bring a dog, I ask that you please keep it on a leash and please no Pepsi products. But other than that, we're going to have a great time, and we invite you all out to see us. It is on South Lee Highway. Look for the Polo Today signs. Like I said, 10 o'clock Saturday and 2 o'clock Sunday is when the matches start, and they only last about an hour and a half. So come be on time and watch the match, or come a little early and do some tailgating.
Matt Bentley, my buddy. Matt, thank you so much. Hello to Michelle Bentley and our longtime friend Summerfield Johnson. Thank you very much. And by the way, we got to throw in Amy out there too. Amy
You
Moore.
better
Say hello to Amy.
She'll get her feelings hurt.
Come
Hello,
on,
Amy Moore.
Amy, set it up. Thank you, Matt.
Thank
Great
you, Steve.
to see you, buddy.
Y'all have a good one.
You too. We're going to transition here just for a moment as we continue our remembrance of what today is all about, and that is September 11th. And right now at 9:02, the second plane hit the World Trade Center, the second tower, after, let me back up here, as, all right. Actually, 9:03 right now. Here we go. Hijackers crashed United Airlines Flight 175 into the World Trade Center South Tower, killing everyone on board and hundreds inside the building. This was at 9:03 right now, 24 years ago. And as we all know, the towers would fall later that day. There's obviously, as has now been very well chronicled, there was a plan to fly a plane into the White House. Obviously, that plane in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, which passengers brought down heroically. Of course, the Pentagon was hit a couple of years ago. You may want to go back on our website. I interviewed Jim Stewart, who at that time was the most plugged-in national security correspondent. He was with CBS News, so he worked with Dan Rather on September 11th for CBS. 80 million people watched one of the three networks that night, collectively 80 million on September 11th. Jim Stewart, go to the conversations section with me on our website. You can find that interview, mymix1041.com. He talks about that. Unbelievable. But the second plane hit right now, or 9:03, 24 years ago. Patriot Day, we will never forget. And, Bridget, I wonder, we do have a great celebration for first responders at Chattanooga Monument Company and Firehouse Subs is doing. We'll talk about that in just a second. But, boy, I tell you, something just came strongly to my mind. I wonder if there are people out there that would want to do something for a first responder today. Now, what I mean by that is, hey, this audience, this is Cleveland and Bradley County. Boy, wouldn't it be nice if people took something to the fire stations, something to the ambulance service, something to the police department, something to the sheriff's department. Hey, folks, listen, and we had all of them in here, all of our first responder organizations, the leaders in here at around 7:30. Don't forget 911 dispatch. Let me tell you, first line when we call 911, you're talking to Sherry Maxfield's team. Wouldn't it be nice somebody to take something to EMA today? I feel as if you want to go rack up, go see my friend Scotty down here at Townhouse, or go see Crystal at Village, or something like that. Some of you want to, I don't know what, I just thought, wouldn't that be neat?
Yeah, I think all these years later, we still want to do something. And with what happened yesterday, we want to do something. And, that's a great idea, something we can do here locally, go honor a first responder.
Or here's another idea. Go down to Blood Assurance and donate blood. Now, I was on the air 24 years ago today on this station, and we were getting calls. There were literally thousands of you giving blood that day. You were taking food to first responders that day. Going to churches. That was a Tuesday, but the churches were filled that day. Anyway, this is you're wonderful people. In my opinion, the best people in the world. Cleveland and Bradley County. I think it'd be a wonderful thing. If think about it. Do something today. Do something today. Let me say this: if you don't do anything else but say a prayer for our first responders, these people, these men and women, put their lives on the line every day, every single day. So it's not the very least, but at least say a prayer for them. Bridget, tell us what we're doing with our friends.
Yeah, so Chattanooga Monument Company and Firehouse Subs, they are honoring first responders today. We have a $25 gift card to give away from Firehouse, so you can call or text in right now and honor your favorite first responder. Our number is 423-614-6499. You can call or text in.
All right, yeah, do that, and that's a wonderful thing. I appreciate Chattanooga Monument so much. Also, our longtime friends at Firehouse Subs, and we love Firehouse Subs just on a selfish basis. We love them, not a selfish basis, but for great food there. All right, it's 9:08. We're a little behind, but I got my friend Melissa Woody, I believe, is here. Going to talk with Melissa in just a moment. The Cowpea Festival is this Saturday. Stand by, everyone. We're going to pause here for just a second, and when we come back, like I said, Melissa Woody for the Cowpea Festival.
Broadcasting from the Kia of Cleveland studios, this is your home for the best mix, the best variety, and all the important information you need. Download the Mix 1041 app at mymix1041.com. The top of the hour is presented by Best Buy Metals, making the top of your house the best it can be. Visit bestbuymetalroofing.com.
The best mix, the best variety. WCLE, Calhoun, Cleveland, Athens.
Time again for Don Ledford's annual pre-owned truck and SUV sale. Save big on their
those cool, comfortable fall-like temperatures, but by the afternoon we warm up into the 80s once again. So very similar to what we've had all week long, except there will be a slim chance of a shower today. The warming trend still on the way. 90s return this weekend into next week, and rain chances overall are going to be low, despite the chance of a stray shower a little bit later today. I'll get to that shortly, but here's a look at your current temperatures. 64 in Chattanooga, 49 in Murphy. That's about a 15-degree temperature difference. So much cooler temperatures the further east you go this morning. And I think this is either the third or fourth morning where Murphy's been down into the 40s. 62 in Lafayette, 61 in Dayton. Humidity just a little bit higher today. So you'll probably notice that difference, especially when you compare it with the last several days. High temperatures generally going to be in, I would say, the mid-80s here in the valley from Athens down to Dalton. Maybe some upper 80s here and there across North Georgia. That allergy count not going anywhere. We've been talking about that ragweed, and it's still going to be problematic as we move into the weekend. So if you have plans, to be outdoors, just keep in mind you are going to be dealing with some of those sniffling, especially if you got some issues with that ragweed like I do. Here's a look at the temperature trend. Warmer than normal temperatures return as we head into next week. It looks like high pressure and some pretty good ridging is going to build into our west. And typically when that happens, we get warmer than normal temperatures this time of the year. So we're looking at 90s making a return, likely on Sunday into early next week. In fact, Monday, look at that, 92 degrees. Also going to see the humidity going up just a little bit. So like I mentioned earlier, we do have a slim chance of a passing shower. We're seeing a couple of those moving in along I-40 just to our north. So some areas north and east of Chattanooga, I'm talking Ray, Meigs, McMinn County.
Works over at Sun Paper. Linda Morris celebrating today. Jacob Elliott is 27. That is from his mom. Sherry Greenwood is celebrating today. Her daughter-in-law Danielle sent that in to us. Pastor Mickey Clark is 51 today. Crossroads Community Church. And then Ron German is celebrating a birthday today. Polk County High School. And that is from his friends. Call in your birthdays and wedding anniversaries to us. We'll take those on the volunteer Ritipest Mix line 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Cleveland State Cougar line. Go to our website, mymix1041.com, or download our free Mix 1041 app. It's the Simmons Bank Celebration List. You can visit Simmons Bank in Cleveland at the corner of Keith Street and Stewart Road. Call Ken Dew, 423-381-3427.
11 after 9, our longtime friends, Melissa Woody, Darlene Goins here. What time is it?
It's Cowpea
time! I can't believe it, Melissa. It comes by faster every year, it seems like.
Yes, I'm telling you. Yes, it does. As does my birthday. And the older I get.
Well, and I've been saying this morning for a few people, and that is, look, we got a lot of new people here. And they come in, as you know, at the Chamber. They come in weekly almost. So let's go to the beginning. Talk about this festival.
Okay. Well, Charleston, there's a lot of history in Charleston, and we really needed to have some kind of a festival or some kind of event that would keep awareness of Charleston and also the Hiwassee River Heritage Center that's there in Charleston. We opened that in 2013 and then reopened with an expansion in 2019, and you have to keep that going. So we really needed a fundraiser event, but also an awareness event. Well, we were sitting in a room, and Jack Sanders, who was the Farm Bureau president at the time, says, well, Charleston used to be the cowpea capital of the world. And we all went, what? Like, what did you just say? And so he told us that cowpeas were is the general name for thousands of varieties of peas, black-eyed peas, crowder peas, field peas, and all the varieties within all of those, southern peas, pink eyes, purple hulls, all these different peas. And there was a large growing crop, farmers in the area growing peas in the past, and so much so that when the railroad came through in the 1850s, was constructed in the 1850s, people immediately called it the pea train because so many peas were shipped out of the areas. Now, as industrialization happened, we don't grow as many peas in the area, but this rich agri-history that we have that is really fun to celebrate because...
What can be more fun than saying cowpea?
I know. I mean, come on. And there's a lot of if you go to the Hiwassee River Heritage Center, which all the proceeds from this festival support, you got to keep the doors open, you got to pay the bill, you got to keep the lights on, and so that's what this festival does for the Hiwassee River Heritage Center. And you'll see that the history in Charleston sometimes is very heavy. Well, there's nothing heavy about cowpeas, and so we wanted something that the community could really hang their hat on and smile about, and it's been great. This is the 13th one.
Really?
Yeah.
My goodness, 13th. And it's exploded, Melissa.
Yeah,
it really
yeah.
has.
It's awesome, and we will expect throughout the day about 5,000 people. It's $5 cash at the gate. There's 3 different gates at the park, and everybody 15 and under is free. So if you can drive, you pay $5. But it's music all day long. It's arts and crafts that are all handmade. It's the Cowpea Cook-Off, which is 5 of our local chefs, and they will be making their best cowpea creations with the Bush Brothers cowpeas that are provided by our main sponsor, Bush's Beans in Dandridge, Tennessee, a little community called Chestnut Hill. They have the sweetest little visitor center and general store. It's so much fun to go up there. If you go up there, be sure to tell them the Cowpea Girls sent you.
That's right.
They always love that. So yeah, we've had some really faithful sponsors over the years. Bush Brothers, Food City, Vocker, Whirlpool. It's the Whirlpool Cowpea Cook-Off. We've had, of course, the Chamber of Commerce, not only sponsors, but they donate me to this. We get a wonderful grant from the Tennessee Arts Commission, and on our website, there's a ton of other sponsors. So we just want you to go check that out, cowpeafestival.com.
All right, Darlene, talk about the importance of this event, as Melissa said, not only to the center, but also the community in general.
Right. And it is a big asset to our community. We work hand in hand with the city officials at Charleston. We put it on in the Charleston City Park. And it's just, it brings the community together for some good fun.
Yeah. We're joined by Melissa Woody, Darlene Goins. The Cowpea Festival is this Saturday. Well, let me go back. What are the hours?
The festival kicks off at 10, and then the tasting and you purchase. So another way that we raise funds is you purchase this utensil. This year it's a spork, and it has a little tag on it, and that's your ticket to get a taste of each of the 5 chef creations. And so then you tear that little tag off and you vote your favorite. That's from 2 to 5, and then there's music all day with the Cleverleys taking the stage at 6 o'clock. The Cleverleys.
You got to talk about them. They are unbelievable.
So much fun. I mean, they are high energy, just lightning fast picking and amazing musicians, but they're hilarious. They're a comedy show that's incredibly talented musically, so it's going to be super. You never know, they'll be introducing, this oldie but a goodie, and it'll be like Walk Like an Egyptian. It's crazy. It's so you never know what's going to come out next.
I had not heard of them until Mike Lee told me about them, so folks, if you've not heard of the Cleverleys, go on YouTube or just Google them or whatever, and just take a look at what they do. Honestly, they're geniuses.
Well, I always say, either you love the Cleverleys or you don't know who they are.
Yeah, that's true.
So look them up, because when you look them up, you're going to love them. They're hilarious, and they're so much fun. And I've tried to book them for 3 years.
Really?
And they were booked on our date, because we're always the second Saturday in September.
Yep.
And no matter what happens, second Saturday in September.
Yep.
And so we finally, last year before the festival, I booked them for this year because I thought I'm going to have them. They're so fun.
It's absolute top quality entertainment, like Melissa said, all day long. Darlene, anything you want to add here before we go?
Well, I just want to say it is a recipe for fun this year.
That's right. Look at this
And if
t-shirt.
you want to have a good time, just come out and join us.
All right, Melissa, I'll give you the final word. What do you think?
We are looking forward to a sunny and dry day, and we are very grateful for that. That is something we pray for, because there's a lot of folks that do a lot of work to get ready for this festival, and a lot of hours and blood, sweat, and tears goes into this. So to have a nice day for it is just something we're very grateful for. Come out.
All right, come out and join us for the Cowpea Festival. I think you brought a couple of prizes here.
I did. I brought Darlene. I brought a couple of the sporks to hand out to a winner that calls in. So however y'all want to do that, that's awesome.
We'll do it right now. If you'd like a couple of these, this will, I believe, does this get them in the festival?
No, this gets them the taste testing. Yes.
On the Whirlpool Cowpea Cook-Off.
Yes.
That's wonderful. If you want a couple of these, and these are free taste test passes, these are sporks. This is worth the price of admission. Call or text in. You're already calling now. 423-614-6499. Again, 423-614-6499. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
All right. So, Bridget, we're going to wrap up our day here. I know we're also honoring first responders on this Patriot Day, September 11th. Remind me what we're doing there with our friends.
Yeah, so with Chattanooga Monument Company, Jason Holcomb, the owner, was actually a paramedic for years and years. He wanted to do this today. And so with Firehouse Subs, we're giving away a $25 gift card to Firehouse for a special first responder today. So you can nominate and honor your favorite first responder. All you have to do is call or text 423-614-6499. And if you're texting in, be sure to include your name with that, and also the first responder's name and where they work. So again, 423-614-6499. You can call or text.
Andy Morris, who is the host of the Drive, co-host of The Drive, presented by Hardee's on ESPN Cleveland 101.3 every weekdays at 5. Anyway, Andy, also voice of Walker Valley football, sent us a very nice video. We'll post this. It's the Walker Valley JROTC member Dakota Williams played taps this morning at the flagpole at Walker Valley, so it's very meaningful. It is it's a special day, but it's a day of remembrance. And again, do something good for somebody else today. And we need, especially as many as we've had on today, talked about yesterday in the assassination of a wonderful young man, Charlie Kirk, who, no matter what side of the aisle you fall on, however you feel politically. This was a very vibrant, charismatic, young father and husband, 31 years old. And there's hate everywhere you look. I like what Pastor Sears said earlier about 7:30. You need to go back and look at that, by the way. That was a beautiful interview with all of our leaders of first responders. But you know, he said, and it's a great reminder that none of this took the Lord by surprise. Nothing. Nothing. And so I call on this audience to do something good for somebody today. But remember in prayer our first responders, but also all the people who are hurting today. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. We're going to end with, in my opinion, is the greatest version of the Star-Spangled Banner ever sung, the late, great Whitney Houston. We start our morning, by the way. I don't know, a lot of you listening right now start with us at 6 a.m., but every morning, since September 11th, every morning, we start with our national anthem. We had previous ownership at that time. A man named Bill Burkett, the late, great Bill Burkett, started that tradition. And we continue it every day. And we will continue it every day. All right. Been a big morning here, a heavy morning. Thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it. God bless the United States of America, and God bless you today.
Today we've had a national...
May God bless you all.